What is going on, guys? We are back from another RTU video. I'm going to update you on all the stuff that's happened since the last video. So if you do want to get caught up, I do have a playlist of RTU videos. Ever since the whole Facebook J thing happened, I've covered everything he's done since then, so the playlist will be there. And we start off looking at RTU streams, and my god, look at the sub drop. That is absolutely pathetic. Pack it in, Richard. It's over. You're the only one who thinks you can continue and turn things around. So the first stream, it's so over. Rich can't even bother to shave the gray pubic hairs off his face. Then it didn't take long for him to start melting down. We have Rented Liar. Laughing my fucking ass off. Rich already melted down. Can't even get his mic to work properly. This is almost satire at this point. Has it ever been over for someone like this before? Then for a guy who's supposed to be a tech expert, he doesn't know what he's doing. He had a problem with his audio, his setup, didn't know what to do, was asking his chat for help. John Riley. RTU fails to get the audio fixed again. Can't distinguish troll from criticism. Has a mod tell him to quit listening to the dents. Also, Dent of Dent gives RTU detractor, Liar Renton, an amen. Then we have Juicy Booch, who's also now Tip and Phil, by the way. We got Fan Salesman, Chat's reviewing tech for you. We got Relaxed Pegged Anus, thank you, stop listening to the dents. Michelle So Gucci, yeah, it's off. The Den of Tims, which sounds a lot like Timbo Slice. Amen. Let the show go on. Renton Liar, dude, your name is Review Tech USA. Then he couldn't get the audio to work, so he just ended the stream. This guy has gone by Review Tech USA for over a decade and cannot properly set up a stream. His new setup is horrible. I'm begging you, go apply for a job. Indeed.com, dude. End this humiliation ritual. I got John. Review Bitch USA removed the videos of him having audio issues. Wouldn't want his audio master reputation be spoiled. I sure hope some asshole named John Riley doesn't have a sample of his videos of him fucking up the audio.
How about... Wait a second. How about now? Why do I sound like fucking... How do I sound now? I sound like Trevor from GTA 5. It got worse. Why? Why is it getting worse? This was tested thoroughly. This was you know what I'm gonna have to do? It's gonna be a downgrade. I'm just what? Oh, I don't know what else to tell you guys. Let me. Oh, I know it sounded fine, but the delay with my voice.
Review Tech USA just had to end the stream because his tech wasn't properly set up. He's gonna restart the stream once he figures it out. And we have a gif of Martin Lawrence laughing. Then we have this of Rich's dad interrupting the stream. And it gets really weird, very creepy. Yeah, Richard Burnell is Review Dropbox USA. His dad was asking him if he got something for his mom. Of course Rich had to shoo away, shaking my head. And Rented adds on, he called his wife Mommy. They know Rich is a man-child.
You have the stuff?
Huh?
You have the thing for Mommy?
No, I can't right now, dude.
Then Rich booted up another pathetic, boring stream full of cope. Ended that shit after 2 hours. At least he has some shame for once. I doubt that. But will he be able to survive off 2-hour Snorefest? Yeah, he used to do like 5 to 6 hours. Of course, it was just him watching film, not saying anything. And we got this from John. A Tale of Two Criticisms by a RTU Dent. Oh, we got Gothy Senpai, the DSP Dent, who has an inflation fetish. At most, you stream for 2 hours now. You barely put any content up. You spend most of that stream venting to your audience about the state of your channel. How about you put some work into the streams and just stream longer? I only need to watch 10 minutes of the stream to know what the stream was about. It's either restream Phil content or you venting about the state of your channels. That's from a DSP Dent. Think about how bad it is, Rich, when Gothy Senpai is calling you out. Oh, by the way, Gothy Senpai, go fuck yourself. We got Bran. Whenever he watches Phil, I just stop watching and occasionally come back to see if he's finished with Phil for the night. Next one. See, this is how criticism should be instead of just whining about the channel going downhill without explaining anything. We got Mojo. Rich, these streams have been going downhill steadily over the months. And you got a reply here. If you're so butthurt, then stop coming here. Do you really think you whining is going to change anything? He can run the stream however he damn well pleases. And the world doesn't revolve around you. Then Rich had another stream. And Agent Proper and Hate Army went on there to ask the tough questions to Rich. And guess what? They got blocked, just like Phil would have done. Huge shout out to Agent Proper and Hate Army for asking Rich simple questions that got you banned. Even he has no idea what will happen to his channel. He just has to make it in the entertainment industry. And we have Droopside Face. The RTU Dents are loyal lapdogs, coping on Rich Burdell's behalf. They think Rich pays bills for the entire household, including his parents. Where's that money coming from? It sure as shit isn't stream donations. What fucking sad morons. Yeah, because I think his parents, this is speculation, maybe they're on their pension. I believe his brother lives there too. I think he has a regular job. Someone said McDonald's. And then we have some more comments under his videos. Rich is the physical embodiment of the meme where the dad from Rugrats is making pudding at 4 AM because he's lost control of his life. Then we have this from Jake. I'm honestly getting sick and tired of the trolls. Shut the fuck up and leave Rich alone. I don't know why, but the meme of, the guy, leave Brittany alone, just came popped in my head. If you don't like this content, fine. There's the door, you can leave. But don't come in here making his life miserable and everyone else's. So keep your damn fucking mouth shut. And then this is from his latest live stream. Dude, you actually have to do things you say instead of just saying you'll do them. Bro just had to read articles that he didn't write a few times a week. Maybe add some Subway Surfer gameplay since it's 2024. Shit isn't hard. Rich, if you spent half as much time making content as you did explain why you don't make content, you'd be better off. I'm gonna stream a lot longer. Been streaming barely for 2 hours. Actions speak louder than words. Then we have ReviewTechUSA in his chat. Delusional as hell. Rich is living in some cuckoo insane reality where he handled this all well. At this point, the edibles have taken over. And then someone says, took the boogie route with your life, huh? And RTU answers with, no, I took a break to ensure that would not happen. No clippable moments, LOL. Then right under that, Snore Hogan says otherwise. Right under that, the casino says otherwise as well. Then some wise words of wisdom. When you think about it, guys like DSP and RTU are lucky. There's people picking on them. It gives their dents a useless war to fight with their money. Both are so boring, they're only worth picking on and defending from the hate mob. Then we have UC. Hey RTU, how is the winning going there, bud? I'm sorry, but this is the picture of laziness right here. The man doesn't want to put in any effort towards making content, is now full on deepening on the viewers to financially support his bad habits, i.e. get stoned. Then I found this absolutely funny. So ReviewTechUSA parody account. I'm officially going to sue the studio who made The Whale. This film is obviously based on myself and I didn't get a cut of the earnings. Plagiarism will not be tolerated. And we see a picture of The Whale with Brandon Fraser, and then a picture of RTU. And Bob adds on, a fat, gay, bad father. It makes all the sense. And of course you know what happens next. They put RTU's face on top of Fraser's face. RTU, since you made the comparison, I knew I had to do this, thanks for the idea. Then RTU thinks he can monetize all the hate against him, just like Craig, monetize the hate. And he's refusing to go on anyone's show because he wants them to come on his show so he can monetize it and make money. That's where we're at for content right now, drama farming. And he believes he's the only one that can make money off his drama. Richard Burnell refused to come on LOLCOW Live with Kino Casino. He demands Kino Casino come on his show to give him views. Rich needs that money. He really does. He needs that money to pay his bills.
Oh, I told him. I said they're welcome to come on here. But again, it's the same thing. How many, what has it been, like 2 or 3 times they told me to go on LOLCOW? I'm like, nah, that's okay. I will make. Come here and I will make the money. Not you, me.
I need that money. I really do. I need that money to pay my bills.
Just like when Keemstar was, when I had nothing to fucking do with it, was mad when Boogie was on here because the real estate went to me, not by my doing. Now I'm being honest. Yeah, I want the real estate. Why the fuck am I going to go on your channel and give it to you? Come here.
DSP Gaming, a channel that only has 180,000 subscribers, has more views than YouTube channels out there with 1 million subscribers.
Then we had our good buddy, Rent and Liar, confront Rich on his community of yes men. RTU denies having yes men, would never allow it in his community. Bullshit Rich.
No, Renton, you know what? My community actually does hold me to task. I don't look for yes men. There's a, trust me, if I was looking for yes men, there's some people I would have kept around and didn't.
Yeah, because the Coxler is definitely not a yes man. Oh, he's not even a man. So Rich's dad interrupted the stream. Now Rich's mom interrupted the stream. Dicker's mom interrupts the stream, demands Rich to open up the door. And also added on to this, sounds exactly like the woman from the Dropbox phone call.
Just how are we back? Hold on, I'm sorry. Life is always fucking... No, I'm not being swatted. Hold on 1 second. No.
Of course, every stream, he has to make up a new excuse for the Dropbox and why he has those pictures. Richard Burnell calls the Dropbox hackers perverts for looking at his photos of his ex-wife's daughters in bikinis. Self-projection, much? And Andy Worski adds on, ReviewTechUSA is going on about the Dropbox. Nobody exposed anything you had in it. You came out and talked about how you had pics of your ex's wife kids in their bikinis out of nowhere and changed your story 7 times.
Someone got into my fucking... I saw where it was from too, and I have the screen. Someone got into my Dropbox, and my kid's mom, her older daughters, when they got new phones, they would save the stuff to the Dropbox. Someone tried to flip that into I had teenage girls' pictures.
Oh yeah.
You know?
Well, you know, let me I guess so. Let me use an example that a lot of people will relate to, especially those of us who've been around longer than 10 years. I don't take photos of my kids in swimsuits. I don't, none of that shit. You know, like, cause there's parents that are just like, you know, like, oh, picture. Remember how it was when we were kids? You know, it's like, oh, there's little Richie in the bath. You know,
yeah,
like you can see his bum, right? And everyone's like, oh,
and
that's
it's innocent,
so
you know. But now in 2024, it's like, yeah,
now it's like you do that. Even like, oh, just my kids are just playing in the bathtub. It's a simple little photo, and some fucking random coked out Karen from fucking Toronto is just gonna be like, it's child pornography. You're like, what the fuck you babbling about?
This just happened after what happened to me the other day. My kid's mom, she's like, her older daughter was going to the prom. She said, look, I got this dress for her. It was a great deal. And she sent me a picture of her. And I'm like, yeah, don't do that, Eddie. Because now I don't, you know what I'm saying? Like,
no, I know exactly.
It's so fucking ridiculous.
Yes,
That's the part of this job that I hate. It's like,
yeah,
my kid's mom can't send me her daughter going to a prom in a prom dress because some fucking... And you know what bothered me about that too? That I said, you could look at the dates. Those pictures were never looked at by me. You get what I'm saying? So now these fucking perverts who broke into my account were digging through those to try to find something, which obviously they didn't, you know? So it's like you were going through these pictures of teenage girls' backup phones on my Dropbox. So who's the fucking weirdo?
The whole thing, I only kind of caught wind of it like after it happened, because I don't like I'm friendly with Worski and PPP. After the whole Ralph shit from a couple years back, we just kind of whatever.
Okay, so both of these guys need their hard drives checked, I'll just say that. And there's a major difference in this whole scenario, is that they're not your kids, Rich. Your ex-girlfriend's kids, who are not related to you in any way. First off, you should never have those in your Dropbox, ever. Second of all, why do you still have them if you're not even with your ex-girlfriend? Explain to me why you still have them like 7 years later. Then, ladies and gentlemen, RTU finally packed it up on his main channel and put out a retirement video. And Darksea quotes him and says, "I did this for over a decade. I got to sit in front of a camera and be an idiot for a living. And that's awesome." Rich, being an idiot for a living isn't a good thing. You're an idiot for a living because you're your last resort as a content creator. You are a clown.
I did this for over a decade. Over a decade. I got to sit in front of a camera and be an idiot for a living. And that's awesome.
Of course, this was not his first retirement video. And spoiler, it won't be his last. Watch Review Tech USA's 4th goodbye video this year. He keeps blaming his break away from YouTube on mysterious personal issues. Remember, this is a guy who overshares everything personal for sympathy, even basic family illness, but this one's a secret, LOL.
Hey again, where have I been for the past about a month and a half? I've had some real life stuff that is going on, that is continuing to go on. It has nothing to do with YouTube, that I finally needed to mentally address. There are still things that are ongoing, and I kind of had no choice but to take a break from YouTube. I'm lucky that I have the luxury of taking that break. And, you know, if I had a normal 9 to 5, no, I could not do that. But, and a lot of people brought up that point to me, but the rebuttal I would say, which their point was accurate, but this is accurate too, is that when people come to see you and you're not in the right headspace, it is the perfect recipe for disaster streams. So,
and Rich knows all about disaster streams, because every single stream this year, at least, has been a disaster stream. Then we have Kino Casino giving an honest take on his goodbye video.
I'll definitely make videos and bring them
John
up.
Riley nails it. He goes, "I've heard readings of wills that have more excitement than this fat bastard's goodbye video." Like, holy.
And we have this from Review Tech Belarus. Dickers admitted using a gamer word before being blue-pilled.
Yeah, like I said when I was in grammar school, man, we knew they were gay. We used to bully them, and I never did anything physical, but make fun of them, call them, just use your imagination.
Then Mundane Matt called in to defend Rich, which is actually quite rich, if you will, because the two of them, I believe, had a podcast back in the day, and Rich decided he didn't want to do it anymore, wasn't getting the views, so he ended it. The problem with that is he didn't tell Matt, and Matt found out when Rich announced it on Twitter. And it looks like Rich is still fucking him over. Rich is so fried and retarded, his high ass doxed Matt's girlfriend, full name within the first 5 seconds of the Zoom call. Then we have Mr. Ludacris. Fuck me, RTU is even boring on his farewell main channel video. I got bored within 10 seconds, so whatever. See you when you come back, Rich. Hopefully you do fuck off for real this time though. I'm watching Duty's re-upload, not giving Rich a view by the way. Then we have Chris, who built DSP's quote-unquote lemon computer. How many goodbyes is this now? I used to enjoy watching Rich when Jay was on, but my dude needs serious help. You can't be making these weird business decisions and shut down the channel for the 5th to 6th time now. So much potential down the drain. Hashtag shame. And of course, he puts out that goodbye video, and guess what? In about 16 hours, he uploads a new video. This time on Keffels. Called Keffels is a complete fraud and garbage human being. And why did he make this video right after doing a goodbye video? So he could shill a product. And there's nothing wrong with having sponsors or showing off product, but when you do it to compromise your whole video of goodbye and this is the end, blah blah blah, it makes you look like a shill, as Phil would say. So we got Hate Army. RTU made a throwaway video shitting on Keffels because he owed a video to his sponsor. And what's in the video? It's a 10-minute summary of Ordinary Gamer's video on the topic, which you watched a few days ago. Nice scam, Richard. And we have Chris. Ain't no way, it hasn't even been 24 hours. It shows circled 31 minutes ago. And then the mailman puts this comment on the video. This would have been a video he posted 16 hours after his goodbye video. Then RTU answers him, this video had to be posted, and how it's a sponsor obligation. Plus, hey, I get to talk about Keffels, it's a win-win. Now keep in mind, he said this sponsor video, was on the burner. It was in the background, blah blah blah. Of course, Rich lied about that. Yikes, Rich lied about that video being in the burner for a while. He forgot his new setup has a date and time in his background. It said 5/22/2024. So how long was it in a burner, Rich? A couple hours? You lie. Unprovoked. And we have UC. Hey, RTU, when someone presses you, you should probably learn not to lie because you are good at lying. The video wasn't in the burner. You literally did it right before you went on stream, and circles the time and date on the screen. And this is the product they decided to shill to compromise his goodbye video for. A pair of glasses. And Hate Army gives him a little tip here. Pro tip, YouTubers. If you get paid to shill a product, clip your fucking nails before you show the product to the world. And then the comments came in. Fat lazy bastard only posted to appeal to some shady sponsor. Spent 2 minutes shilling that BS to the little audience he has left, laughed my fucking ass off. Then this Keffel video, it started off with him saying he's anti-grifter. You got Professor Kagan. Damn bro, you went back on that goodbye faster than, and then he says his intro jingle thing. And then this is what RTU said. This video was already in the burner. It had to be posted. I can't leave a sponsor hanging. I wanted to wait to post my video from yesterday until after this was released, but I knew I was waiting for too long without an explanation. And we got Snort Hogan. Rich is getting destroyed in his comments, laughing my ass off. You're a bigger LOLCOW than Phil at this point, Rich. Maybe it's about time you step away from the internet, man. A real job occupying your time instead of going back and forth with trolls all day. And making yourself look like a fool will put more money in your pocket. And ultimately, you'll be happier. You have lost touch with reality, my friend. There is a cure, Rich. Grab a family-sized bag of chips, order a pizza for delivery, sit on the couch, watch TV, and just keep eating. Rich is such a clown. If that means you're getting your life in order and laying off the excess weed, I support you all the way. Again? See ya in a couple days. Oh damn, look at this one. He's just lazy that he has to, God forbid, edit videos himself now that his editor's gone. Since January, you've been on tailspin from losing Jay, starting beef with DSP detractors, Keem and the LOLCOW crew not wanting to associate with you, neglecting your family, worrying about your ex-kid docs, siding with the enemy that is Philly boy Burnell, who, mind you, talked about your daughter while she was sick last year, etc, etc. Now you're pulling a boogie with your, it's a high number here, goodbye, farewell video. Well, I hope it's for real this time. Make up with your family, stay off the weed drinks, those are weak sauce from what I'm hearing. And just get off the internet for a while, my guy. He couldn't hold a candle to Gaming Historian or AVGN. Rich is much closer to DSP or Wings. Yeah, you'll say hello. I'm back in a week or two. Step 1. Put down the weed for a while. Guess it's definitely goodbye because thoroughly do not enjoy your live streams. Then this was my favorite comment. If I had $1 for every time Rich has said goodbye, I'd be pulling more than DSP on WWE Champions. Then the whole thing with Nick Rakita came out. Rich has to capitalize on that and make a joke about Rakita and his Dropbox. RTU starts off his stream with a joke about Rakita incident asking, did he really do what they accuse him of? Or is it like my Dropbox situation? I guess he was trying to insinuate that we exposed him, but he's the one who told us about the creepy weird Dropbox.
Nick Rakita beat off on stream. Or is that like a fucking troll shit? Or is that like, you know, me looking at my girlfriend's kids kind of shit because their phones were backed up? Like, what happened? No, he really did beat off, didn't he?
And we have this from Renton. The state of Review Tech USA reacting to 15-year-old clips of random Wings argument. Cracking ass hair jokes at the ripe age of 42 years old.
Wings, I don't know if you heard him. He said he worked for 12 years before.
Dude, imagine I did, like, I obviously couldn't shave my ass on stream. But if I was like, yo, we hit a certain goal, I'll shave my ass and show the ass hair. I still think that would probably be against TOS, so never mind. Let's not do that.
Before he got that management spot.
You worked for 12 years. Oh.
Then he was getting a lot of heat over his sponsor video. And he put out this stream, Let Me Explain Some Things. And he only streamed for an hour and 46 minutes. Then, all the drug stuff came out about Rakita. And this is how RTU titled his stream. Kefo's farts are amazing. Nick Rakita arrested. And John adds on to this. Damn it, RTU, you got the easiest way to make views tonight by talking about Nick. Instead, he's going to talk about Kefo's farts. The RTU household is crying because the fat dumbass is too lazy to talk about it and do the research. By the way, nearly 6K on Kino. He's done. I think they got up to at 1.15K. Then he didn't even talk about Nick for a majority of the stream, like 98% of it, but he put Nick in the title to boost his viewership. We have Ragnarok. He must put Rakita's name there to boost viewership. Even if he reacts to Rakita later, it would be him learning the lore along the way without bringing any insight. But meanwhile, this is what matters the most on his streams, and we see a poll. Would Tipster sniff Kefo's powerful farts? Then you see, with all the stuff going on with Nick, you would think RT would be all over it, right? Because it's easy numbers. Kino Casino has almost 7,000 viewers reacting to, but no. He spent half an hour reacting to the Kefo's fart porn, followed up with DSP. And then this is all he said about Rakita. RTU admits to being addicted to weed, has a grudge against Rakita and his whole circle, because they once called him a fat ass, and they judge him.
So I just get addicted to weed. Am I addicted to weed? Yeah, I am sure I am to a degree, 100%. But you know how I wake up in the morning? I just wake up. I don't... like, yes, I want it, but I don't fiend for it. There's a different, like... And look at the consequences. Look at the difference. Yeah, I mean, look. Am I addicted to marijuana? Yeah, I get it. I know... to a degree, but I sure as fuck rather be addicted to this, man, than go down this road. Like, the thing, I know heroin, at least. I don't know about coke, but the first time, like, you do heroin, you were instantly physically dependent on it. I'll just stick to gummies, dude. I don't even...
Then at this point, RTU has been all over Kefo's fart videos, DSP videos, and then wants to watch home shopping channel videos. Why do you have Nick in your title? Then absolutely disgusting, RTU is now debating how strong Kefo's farts are because of anal sex. We have Hate Army. Can Dr. Phil tell us why RTU's armpits are yellow? And think about it too, people pay $50 to see this. Then RTU did a EDP 445 move. RTU just said he took a picture of his shit and sent it to his friend. Then people kept asking about the trolls and when it's gonna end, ever since he got heat because of the J stuff. And RTU snaps his finger and says just like that. RTU is now putting Kefo's farts over the DSP incident video. So remember in that sponsored video where he talked about how Kefos is a horrible human, but he's putting Kefos all over his content now? He even changed his tip sound, because he used to be Phil saying, you know, send me a spoon, eat the shit out of my ass. Now it's just Kefos farting. I want to point out too, he also has Bill Gates as his avatar on Twitter. Just saying. We got John Hey detractors, just a reminder, Rich said we don't get pussy and we need to grow up. We don't understand how hard Rich's life is. We need to get jobs because we have no life. Meanwhile, on the RTU stream.
Oh my god, dude, I can't. Yo. Oh, I don't know if I'm gonna pass out from laughing.
And of course, the Coxler is in full ball-sucking mode for RTU tonight. Tell him he did nothing wrong, he did everything correct. Then remember guys, how his beats are gonna save the channel, it's gonna pay the bills for his family. So now, RTU wants to make a beat out of Keffel's farts. And he's so desperate for attention, he now says he wants to box the quarter in October now. Didn't we go through this last year? Then I put this out. So RTU has spent the entire stream listening to Keffels, farted, and wants to watch Phil now. This is why your career's dead. All you had to do was talk about Nick. And we have this from Renton. Rich grandstanding over Keffels while simultaneously coping about his failed career. Per usual, most of what he says can be applied to himself. Just zero self-awareness.
But it's just weird when someone does something awful, like fraud, and is proven to be a fraud like Keffels, just because they're on your team, you don't say a word. You're no better than anybody else with any other political ideology. And it's gross. And this is part of the reason why is it worth having a big audience? And look, I'm not saying I didn't make mistakes with my YouTube channel. I've made plenty. But is it worth having a big audience and just telling them what they want to hear and sweeping stuff under the rug and telling them sweet little lies just so you have everyone be happy and just feed them their copium? I'm not saying I'm an angel, man. I'm a prick and a loudmouth and I could be an asshole. But I'd rather be that and actually call everybody out equally than just hide the faults of somebody because they agree with me politically. That's just crappy, creepy, terrible character. You don't have any character. You're just doing whatever you need to do to make your audience as big as possible and to make your channel as profitable as possible. And it's just gross. And I'll call it out. I don't care what side of the aisle it's on. I'm sick of it. This is Rich of whatever the hell I am, signing out. Have a good one. Hope you enjoy the new set. I think I look sexy on it.
Oh, yeah. What a gross way to end that video. But if there's any updates, I will let you guys know. So don't forget to click that like, share the video, leave a comment below, hit subscribe to my other channels on the details of the end cards. And as always, I love each and every one of you. Hope you're all safe, healthy, and happy. Peace and love.